That's a good point. And when you guys come in and help people with their hiring practices,
Mhm.
especially in the cannabis industry, what kind of things are you guys trying to talk with the business owner to? These are things that are going to lead to more longevity with your employees and having them stick around longer.
Yeah, that's a good, and that's a question that I think that we get asked that, or is often asked in industry, Dan. I would say a couple things. One is just from even just setting the table with the expectations. A lot of owners that we talk to aren't sure about, well, geez, well, how do I, even just having the right job description. What is the ideal candidate? What do you want? And then set the expectation for them as an employee. Hey, this is what my role is going to be. Are you going to be a bud tender? Are you going to be a trimmer? Are you going to be are you going to be a GM? Are there certain, do you have to be able to lift 50 pounds? Then there's also just things, discriminatory. You can't, you need to be able to set all of those things critically up front in the job description. So that is important in the hiring process, is having really sound job descriptions. The second piece I would say is having a good system or process for onboarding. I mean, you think about it, most of these folks in the cannabis industry, aren't just hiring one person. They may be hiring 5, 10, 30, sometimes even 50 employees over the back half of the year. So just having a good process. How do you filter all those applicants into a way that's effective for the the person who's applying to that job? I mean, who wants to apply for a job and never hear from anything? They're going to lose faith in that company. You want to have a good system in place. So I think that is, and also a good system for the managers to be able to filter effectively so they can judge who's going to be the best candidate. So I think that is a big piece. And then once they make that choice to say, hey, Dan, you know what? I want to have you on my team. What's that experience look like for onboarding? Is it just like filling out tons of paperwork haphazardly, or are they getting effectively onboarded with, W-4, I-9, the critical information? Are they signing off on the right policies and procedures through an employee handbook? That's a really big piece, having the right policies in place, and then have that process be easy. So when that employee shows up on their day one, when they're super excited, all they have to do is show their ID, and now away they go, and they're trained. And then lastly is just also part of the process is setting the expectations. Hey, now that you're on board, hey, this is what training is going to look like. These are what we expect, and this is how we're going to monitor your performance. Because I think think of it, the analogy, I think someone said this to me, like it's like a race. If somebody says, hey, Dan, I need you to run. Like, okay, well, versus a coach saying, hey, Dan, I need you to run 2 laps for the 800. I need you to jump over these 6 hurdles, and I'm going to time you to see if you do it in 3 minutes. And then we're going to see at the end how you do it. That employee is the same way. Like if you set out exactly the right expectations and how you track them, they're going to be more motivated, and also their performance is going to be better. So kind of a long-winded answer, but I think there's a lot of critical pieces that are important in the hiring process to make the experience good for both the candidate as well as the owners and their teams. I hope that answered your question.
It really does. And I couldn't agree more with you. And just to build on that from an insurance risk management perspective is the more work you put in up front to train your employees and make sure that they're on board and doing the right thing, the less risk you have for things like employee theft and things like that. And in the insurance industry, which is one of the larger claimed scenarios that we see with cannabis risk. So really having good training and getting good people into these startup businesses and things that they're dealing with a lot of cash on hand and a lot of crops. So it's really important to get good people in there that you trust. And I think those practices that you talk about help maintain that for a business owner.
I wanted to add one other thing, if I could. I think one other thing, because so many of these companies, again, they're not, most of these companies that are building, again, they're not Fortune 500 companies. You're small to mid-sized growing companies. And I think what's really important that I think businesses can do or have the opportunity to do is, how do they want their culture? What are they, are they driven by social justice? Are they driven for a plant medicine? What is the company's mission? Who's the type of people they want to attract, and why do you want your team to work there? And so I think if you can put that out front, if a business and their team can put that out front, hey, this is what we stand for. These are the types of people that we want to build as part of our team. Here's how we're going to take care of you with a great system and great training and really good benefits to take care of you and your employees. I think if you put some of those things in place, it's only going to create a great environment for the owners and their management. And then that filters down to the people on the front lines. Because if you have those things, your levels of success are probably much likely to be higher. If you don't have those things, that's what leads to the turnover and the frustration and, hey, why these people keep leaving me. So I just did want to mention that because I think that's a really big, a big thing in the cannabis space.